Hello, everyone. Okay, Sarah, I got their attention for you. Now go ahead and MC. We'll MC together.
We'll MC together.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
Are you ready? I'm ready. We have to sing.
And if anyone else knows the song,
let's sing the song.
Purple plan, purple plan, purple plan, purple plan. It's the abridged version. Let's mix the red and blue together to make a purple plan.
And it was at Mosaic when I was writing the songs with Laura for the musical curriculum that I gained the strength to write my own music and sort of put myself out there. So no matter where I go, I keep Mosaic with me. We have some amazing people up here who would like to share their stories. Take it away.
My name is Nico. I'm 11 years old and I went to Mosaic last fall, and personally I loved it. It was amazing for me, and if you ask my parents over there, then they would say that I was way different when I came back, like to ask them to give me more respect and not yell at me. And then, but then they pulled the fast one on me. They asked me to use the rule to see things through their eyes, like my room.
I love the Mosaic outdoor school so much, and learned a lot. The teachers and counselors taught me so many skills that help me even now in life. For example, having a positive attitude. One day, I was in a bad mood, so I thought of Mosaic and tried to have a good attitude.
I was at school, my friend Homer was pretty much making me feel bad, so I told him my I statements and told him how he affected me, and eventually he said sorry, and I forgave him.
I still use Mosaic to help me all the time. My mom says that because of me, Mosaic has naturally blended into my whole family's life. Even my little brother and sister practice Mosaic. So when I forget, my mom will say, "That's not very Mosaic-like," or "Stop, Mosaic." And I'll take a deep breath and remember.
Hi everyone, my name is Imani. It was really after I came back as a youth leader that Mosaic kind of became my personal truth and melded into my everyday life. I didn't even really notice. I would put up my R for respect in class to get people to be quiet instead of shushing, because that adds to the problem.
If you really knew me, you would know that my name is Tracy Mitchell, also known as Trace 101 here at the Mosaic Project. I grew up in Richmond around a lot of violence. I've experienced a lot of racism, and these tools have helped me transcend and go beyond the racism and start to heal and become a better person and push for peace in the future. I'm up there in the Napa on top of Mount Veeder. We just went through Mosaic curriculum, and I feel such a peaceful vibe about myself. I'm like, wow, this Mosaic stuff really works, but it works up here in the woods, but can it really work in what we call, not the real world, but we call this the pre-Mosaic world. So I'm like, can this really work in the pre-Mosaic world? So right after staff training, I mean less than 5 minutes down the hill, we leave the top of the hill and we go into downtown Napa, and we're gonna eat together as a whole staff. And me and another African-American staff member, male, we walk up the street, we leave the rest of the staff. So we're walking downtown Napa, we pass by a Jack in the Box. And about maybe 10, maybe college or high school students ran out on the streets of Napa, and they start making these monkey sounds. And they start using the N-word. And I'm like, man, I was just up here learning all this peaceful stuff, and we come like 5 minutes back down the hill, and I get slapped in the face with blatant racism. And so I was hurt. It really hurt my feelings, so what did I do? The rest of the staff was right around the corner, and I immediately went and got my friend Lorox. Now, you all might not know Lorox, but that's what I call Laura. That's Lorox. So I went over, I said, Lorox, you won't believe what happened. I explained the story, and the whole Mosaic staff would go around the corner, and it was incredible to see them instantly implement the Mosaic tools in a real life situation. And it was remarkable to see these young children have a change in mind based on that 10, 15-minute facilitation. And it was just wonderful. So at that point I was sold. I was like, oh, I'm into this Mosaic thing because I see it works.
I'm Lindsay Barnett and I work with Old Navy. I'm so excited to tell you about another audience that Mosaic has touched, and that's the corporate environment. I work in human resources at our headquarters down in Mission Bay in San Francisco. And I have a team that I work with who's most talented, they're so driven, and they're so highly creative, but they're extremely ineffective. There are 14 of them. They don't trust their leader, they didn't respect one another, and honestly, they were crying in my office every other day and miserable at work. So I tried coaching them one-on-one. I tried all of our corporate L&D programs. Nothing was quite giving me what I needed to make them be a more effective team. So I decided I needed to call the experts. And that's when I talked to Laura. I had been recommended from her through our diversity and inclusion program at Gap Inc. And I was like, I need Mosaic Project's help to get through this. And they pushed my team like I have never seen before. We broke down so many barriers and made them respect one another in a way that they were so vulnerable and open that I'd never seen before. The afternoon session, after going through all these intense activities together, was about support and accountability. They were able to articulate their wants and their needs that they've never been able to articulate before, and recognize if you can appreciate me as a creative, beautiful person, then I can appreciate you. Since then, I have seen a transformation from this team. They work more effectively together, they're happy, very few tears in my office, thank goodness, and we have higher engagement scores, we have less turnover, and they're actually an example of one of our most productive teams in the building.
I want to thank you all again for being here. It really means everything to us to have you here, to learn about us, to have your support just being here in this room. We need to understand what's happening so that we can change it. This is not about guilt. This is not about blame. At Mosaic, we call guilt, blame, and defensiveness peace blockers. They do not help us to solve problems. It is part of being human. Our brains work this way. The key is to understand that we do this so that we can catch ourselves and change it and really reach through those barriers and see people for who they are.
Well, they say that it takes a village to raise a puppet. And I'm here to tell you it also takes a puppet to raise the village's funds.